Hello, my friend. Welcome back to our channel. How are you today? I hope you are doing great. I hope your heart is calm and your mind is ready to learn something powerful. Today, we are starting a brand new journey together. A journey that can change the way you think, the way you feel, and the way you live your life. Before we begin, do one small thing for me. Press the like button. It takes only 1 second for you, but it means the whole world to us. Okay, are you ready? Let's begin. Lesson 1. Your mind is like a garden. Let me tell you a short story. This story is about a woman named Clara. Clara had 2 gardens behind her house. In the first garden, Clara planted flowers. She watered them every single day. She removed the weeds. She gave them sunlight and love. In the second garden, Clara did nothing. She never watered it. She never cleaned it. She simply ignored it. After 3 months, something amazing happened. The first garden was full of beautiful flowers, blooming in every color. But the second garden? It was full of weeds, wild plants everywhere. No beauty at all. One day, Clara's friend visited her and asked, "Clara, why is one garden so beautiful and the other one so ugly?" Clara smiled and said something Clara's friend never forgot. She said, "Because I fed one garden good things every day, and I fed the other garden nothing at all, so bad things grew instead." And my friend, this is exactly like your mind. Your mind is a garden. Every single thought you think is a seed. If you feed your mind with positive thoughts, with hope, with good ideas, beautiful things will grow inside you. But if you feed your mind with fear, with doubt, with negative talk, weeds will grow instead. And those weeds will slowly take over your whole life. So today, I want you to ask yourself one simple question. What am I feeding my mind every single day? Let's look at 3 simple ways to start feeding your mind the right way. First, watch what you watch. If you fill your eyes with negative news all day long, your mind slowly becomes negative too. Second, listen to what you listen. Motivational audio, good music, positive words. These are like sunshine for your mind. Third, speak good words to yourself. Do not say, "I am not good enough." Say, "I am learning, and I am becoming better every single day." Remember this, my friend. Your mind does not judge the seed. It simply grows whatever you plant. So today, plant good seeds. Let's do a quick recap. Your mind is like a garden. Every thought is a seed. Feed it with good thoughts, and beautiful things will grow in your life. Here's your challenge for today. Find one negative thought that visits your mind often. And today, replace it with one positive thought instead. Try it, just one time, and feel the difference. I believe in you, my friend. Your garden can become beautiful starting today. Lesson 2. The invisible food of your mind. Now that you understand your mind is a garden, let's go a little deeper. Let me tell you about a man named Ben. Ben worked in a small office. Every morning, before he even got out of bed, he checked his phone. He read bad news. He compared his life to other people online. He thought, "My life is boring. Other people are so much happier than me." By the time Ben reached his office, he was already tired. Not tired in his body, tired in his mind. And he did not even know why. One day, Ben's grandmother visited him. She noticed his tired face and asked, "Ben, what did you eat this morning?" Ben said, "I had tea and bread, Grandma." His grandmother smiled and said, "I am not asking about your body's food. I am asking about your mind's food. What did you feed your mind this morning?" Ben did not understand at first, so his grandmother explained. She said, Your eyes and your ears are like a mouth for your mind. Whatever you watch, whatever you read, whatever you listen to, this is the food you give your mind. And just like junk food makes your body weak, junk thoughts make your mind weak too. Ben thought about his morning. Bad news, comparison, negative thoughts. No wonder he felt so tired. From that day, Ben made one small change. Every morning before checking his phone, he sat quietly for 5 minutes. He thought about one thing he was thankful for. Just one thing. Slowly, his mornings changed. His mind felt lighter. His energy became stronger. And his whole day started to feel different. My friend, this is the invisible food of your mind. You may not see it, you may not touch it, but it is there, every single moment, shaping how you think and how you feel. Here are 3 simple ways to feed your mind better, starting from your morning. First, do not check negative news or social media the moment you wake up. Give your mind 5 quiet minutes first. Second, think of one thing you are thankful for every single morning. It could be small, your family, your health, even a warm cup of tea. Third, say one positive sentence to yourself before you start your day. For example, today is going to be a good day. Remember, my friend, what you feed your mind in the first few minutes of your day often decides how your whole day will feel. Let's do a quick recap. Your mind eats invisible food. Your thoughts, what you watch, what you listen to. Feed it with gratitude and positive words, especially in the morning. Here's your challenge for today. Tomorrow morning, before you check your phone, think of one thing you are thankful for. Just one thing. Notice how it changes your morning. Small changes create big results. And you, my friend, are capable of amazing things. Lesson 3. The 2 wolves inside you. Now I want to tell you an old story. This story is simple, but it holds a deep truth about your mind. There was an old man. He was wise, calm, and everyone in his village respected him. One day, his grandson came to him with a troubled heart. The boy said, "Grandfather, sometimes I feel so much anger inside me. I feel jealousy, I feel fear, but other times I feel love, kindness, and peace. Why do I feel 2 different things inside me?" The old man looked at his grandson and said, "My child, inside every person, there are 2 wolves fighting. One wolf is fear, anger, doubt, and jealousy. The other wolf is love, hope, peace, and courage." The boy thought for a moment and asked, "Grandfather, which wolf wins?" The old man smiled gently and said, "The one you feed." My friend, this old story carries a powerful truth. Inside you, there are 2 voices. One voice says, "You cannot do this. You will fail. You are not enough." The other voice says, "You can learn. You can grow. You are capable of great things." Both voices live inside you, but only one voice becomes stronger. And it becomes stronger based on which one you feed. Let me explain this in a simple way. Imagine you make a small mistake at work or in your English speaking. The fear wolf says, "You are so bad at this. Everyone will laugh at you." If you listen to this voice again and again, it becomes louder. It becomes powerful. And soon, it controls you. But if instead, you choose the other voice, the voice that says, "It's okay, mistakes help me learn. I am improving," then this voice becomes stronger instead. You see, my friend, you cannot always stop negative thoughts from appearing. That is normal. Every person has both wolves inside them. But you have the power to choose which one you feed with your attention. Here are 3 simple ways to feed the right wolf every day. First, when a negative thought appears, do not fight it with anger. Simply notice it and gently choose a better thought instead. Second, surround yourself with positive people. Their words and energy will feed your good wolf, too. Third, celebrate small wins. Did you learn 3 new English words today? That is a win. Celebrate it. This feeds courage, not doubt. Remember this, my friend. You will always have both voices inside you, the fear voice and the hope voice. But your life will become whatever voice you choose to feed the most. Let's do a quick recap. There are 2 wolves inside every person: fear and hope. The one that wins is the one you feed with your attention and energy. Here is your challenge for today. The next time a negative thought visits your mind, pause, take a deep breath, and choose to feed the hopeful wolf instead. You have the power to choose, my friend. Choose wisely and watch your life transform. Lesson 4. The mirror of your thoughts. Let me tell you about a young woman named Lily. Lily wanted to become a singer. She had a beautiful voice, but every time she stood in front of people, she felt terrified. Her hands would shake. Her heart would beat so fast. One evening, before a small performance, Lily stood in front of a mirror. She looked at her own reflection and whispered, "I am going to fail. I always fail." An old woman who lived next door happened to be visiting Lily's mother that day. She heard Lily's words and gently knocked on the door. She said, "Lily, may I tell you something my mother once told me?" Lily nodded, tears in her eyes. The old woman said, "A mirror does not judge you. It simply shows you back whatever you bring in front of it. If you smile at a mirror, it smiles back. If you frown, it frowns back. Your mind works exactly the same way." Lily looked confused, so the old woman continued, "Whatever thought you bring to your mind again and again, your mind reflects it back into your reality. If you keep saying, 'I will fail,' your mind believes it and your body follows. Shaking hands, fast heartbeat, fear. But if you keep saying, 'I am prepared, I am capable,' your mind believes that instead, and your body becomes calm and confident." Lily closed her eyes. She took a deep breath. And instead of saying, "I will fail," she whispered, "I have practiced. I am ready. My voice deserves to be heard." She said this 3 times. That evening, Lily sang. Her hands still shook a little at first, but her voice grew stronger with every line. And by the end, the whole room was clapping. My friend, your mind is like that mirror. It reflects back whatever thought you repeat most often. This is why the words you speak to yourself matter so much. Here are 3 simple ways to use this mirror in your favor. First, notice the words you repeat to yourself. Are they words of fear or words of strength? Second, replace one negative sentence with a positive one. Instead of, "I can't do this," try, "I am learning to do this." Third, say your positive words out loud, not just in your head. Speaking them gives them more power. Remember, my friend, your mind does not argue with you. It simply reflects back what you give it, again and again. Let's do a quick recap. Your mind is like a mirror. It reflects back the thoughts you repeat most. Choose strong, positive words, and your mind will reflect strength back into your life. Here is your challenge. Stand in front of a mirror, look into your own eyes, and say one positive sentence about yourself. Say it like you mean it. Your reflection is waiting to show you exactly what you believe. Choose your thoughts with care, my friend. Lesson 5. The Farmer and the Weeds. Let me tell you about a farmer named Sam. Sam owned a small piece of land. Every year he planted rice, but every year weeds grew in his field too, mixing with his crop. One year, Sam decided to try something different. He noticed that when he pulled out the weeds early, while they were still small, his rice grew tall and strong. But when he waited too long, the weeds grew thick roots, and it became very hard to remove them without damaging his rice, too. Sam's neighbor asked him, "Why do you check your field every single morning? Isn't that too much work?" Sam replied, "Because a small weed today becomes a big problem tomorrow. It is easier to pull one small weed than to fight 100 grown ones." My friend, this story teaches something very important about your mind. Negative thoughts are just like weeds. In the beginning, they are small. A tiny doubt, a small fear, a quiet voice saying, "Maybe I can't do this." At this stage, it is easy to remove. You simply notice it and let it go. But if you allow that small thought to stay day after day without checking it, it grows roots. It becomes a habit. It becomes a belief. And beliefs are much, much harder to change than a single thought. This is why it is so important to check your mind daily, just like Sam checked his field. Here are 3 simple ways to remove the weeds from your mind before they grow too big. First, catch negative thoughts early. The moment you notice a thought like, "I'm not good enough," stop and question it gently. Ask yourself, "Is this really true?" Second, do not water your weeds with attention. The more you think about a negative thought, repeating it in your head, the stronger it becomes. Give your attention to positive thoughts instead. Third, check your mind daily, like Sam checked his field. A few quiet minutes each day, just noticing your thoughts, can prevent many problems later. Remember, my friend, a small weed is easy to remove. A big weed takes much more effort. Do not wait too long to take care of your mind. Let's do a quick recap. Negative thoughts are like weeds. Catch them early before they grow roots. Check your mind daily and remove small doubts before they become big beliefs. Here is your challenge. Today, notice one small negative thought as soon as it appears. Do not let it grow. Simply notice it and gently let it go. Your mind is your field, my friend. Take good care of it and watch what grows. Lesson 6. The Harvest of Your Mind. Let me tell you the final story in our journey, and it is perhaps the most important one of all. There was an old farmer named Tom. Tom had worked on his land for over 40 years. He was known in his village as the wisest farmer anyone had ever met. People often visited him, not just to learn about farming, but to learn about life, because Tom had a way of explaining big truths through simple stories. One day, a young man named Leo came to visit Tom. Leo had been struggling. He had tried to learn new skills, start new habits, and change his life many times. But he always gave up after a few days or weeks. He felt frustrated and confused. Leo said, "Tom, I have tried so many times to change my life. I try to think positive. I try to build good habits, but nothing seems to last. Why is this happening to me?" Tom invited Leo to sit with him near his rice field. The sun was setting, and the golden field stretched far into the distance. Tom said, "Leo, let me ask you something. When I plant rice seeds in this field, how long does it take before I can harvest the rice?" Leo thought and said, "A few months, I think." Tom nodded. "Yes, several months. And during those months, do you think I see any rice growing in the first week?" Leo said, "No, probably not much." "Exactly," said Tom. In the first few weeks, there is almost nothing to see above the soil. Just quiet, invisible work happening underground. The roots are growing. The seed is transforming. But if I dig up the seed after 1 week because I don't see results, I destroy everything. I must trust the process, even when I cannot see it. Tom continued. This is exactly what happens with your mind, Leo. Every time you feed your mind a new thought, a positive thought, a new belief, a new habit, it is like planting a seed. And just like my rice, it needs time before you see the results. Many people plant a good seed, wait 3 days, see no results, and give up. They pull out the seed before it even has a chance to grow roots. Leo listened carefully, and Tom went on. There is something else I must tell you, Tom said. A farmer does not plant a seed only once, and then walk away forever. Every season I return to this field. I water it. I remove the weeds. I check the soil. Growing something valuable is not a one-time action. It is a daily relationship. This is the biggest secret about your mind, Leo. It is not enough to think one positive thought one time and expect your whole life to change. You must return to your mind daily like a farmer returns to his field. You must feed it good thoughts again and again, season after season, until those thoughts become deep roots. Roots so strong that no storm of doubt or difficulty can shake them. Leo asked, But Tom, what happens after the roots grow deep? What happens next? Tom smiled, the kind of smile that comes from someone who has seen many seasons of life. He said, Then comes the harvest, Leo. After months of quiet, patient work, the rice finally appears above the soil. And when harvest time comes, it does not come a little at a time. It comes abundantly. One small seed becomes hundreds of grains. This is the law of the harvest. What you plant with patience and care will eventually return to you multiplied. Your mind works by this same law. Every positive thought you plant, every fear you gently remove, every day you choose hope instead of doubt. These are small actions that feel invisible at first, but they are not wasted. They are growing roots beneath the surface. And one day, when you least expect it, the harvest comes. Confidence you never had before, skills you once thought impossible, a calm mind in situations that used to make you afraid. This is your harvest. Leo sat quietly for a long moment, watching the golden field in front of him. Then he said, Tom, I understand now. I was expecting a harvest without giving my mind enough seasons to grow. Tom nodded. Yes, my friend. Patience is not weakness. Patience is the quiet strength that allows small seeds to become great harvests. My dear friend, listening to this story, I want you to remember something important. Over these 6 lessons, we have planted many seeds together in your mind. We learned that your mind is a garden, and every thought is a seed you plant. We learned that your mind eats invisible food, what you watch, listen to, and think, especially in the quiet moments of your morning. We learned that 2 wolves live inside you, fear and hope, and the one that grows stronger is the one you feed with your attention. We learned that your mind is a mirror, reflecting back the words and beliefs you repeat most often. We learned that negative thoughts are like weeds, and it is much easier to remove them while they are still small. And now, in this final lesson, we learn the most important truth of all. Growing a new mind, a stronger mind, a more positive mind, takes time, patience, and daily care. But if you keep watering the right seeds, your harvest is absolutely guaranteed. Here are 3 simple truths to carry with you from today's lesson. First, do not expect instant results. A seed needs time before it shows itself above the soil. Trust the invisible work happening inside you. Second, return to your mind daily. One good thought is not enough. Like a farmer, you must water your mind again and again every single day. Third, trust the law of the harvest. What you plant with patience always returns to you, often more abundantly than you expected. Let's do a quick recap of everything we've learned in this series. Your mind is a garden, and whatever you feed it, through your thoughts, your words, your attention, and your daily habits, will eventually become your reality. Not overnight, but season by season, thought by thought, day by day. Here is your final challenge, my friend. Choose one seed. Just one. It could be a positive belief about yourself, a new habit, or a hopeful thought you want to grow. And promise yourself that you will water this seed every single day, even when you don't see results right away. Trust the process, the way Tom trusted his field. Whatever you feed your mind will become your reality. You now hold this truth in your hands. Plant wisely, water patiently, and your harvest will come. Take care of your mind, my friend. It is the most valuable field you will ever own. And that brings us to the end of today's journey, my friend. We learned that your mind is a garden, a mirror, and a field. And whatever you feed it, again and again, will slowly become your reality. If these words touched your heart even a little, please share this video with someone who needs to hear it today. Someone is waiting for exactly this message. And if you truly believe your mind deserves better thoughts, a better life, and a better future, then this channel is a must-follow for you. We don't just teach English here. We teach life-changing lessons that can transform the way you think, speak, and live. So please subscribe today, not just for us, but for yourself, for the person you are becoming. Thank you for spending this time with me. Keep feeding your mind with good things, my friend. I'll see you in the next one. Take care.